document, the French-German paper. So hopefully my two big friends and very respected leaders of France and Germany will find some more stamina to be more like Kohl and Mitterrand. What?
Do you think Germany and France want to keep you in the waiting room with this proposal?
No. The idea or the argument of danger, it's over. I heard it from many years. I saw because I am now getting old, you know. So I saw some of them coming and leaving, and I'm still here, and they have left after having told that no, it's dangerous. We want you in. We'll bring you in. In fact, they went out. So it's not a waiting room. It's more integration. That's why I say EU should find now the guts to have a Helmut Kohl moment. So to say, all together around the table, like today, always, but everyone has to fulfill its own work, its own duties to get more from the table. You know, you don't tell the kids, stay to the neighbors until you are ready to come and eat with us, right? Because then one of the kids get to know Russian gangster in the neighborhood, another kid start to like Chinese dolls, and so on and so forth. No, you keep the kids all together. When Albania will join the EU, there are three things you can't predict. Three, right? God, sex, and the EU.
Will you meet with protesters? Will you agree to meet with protesters?
What?
Will you agree to meet with protesters?
Say it again.
Will you agree to meet with the protesters so we can discuss their demands regarding the resort protest going on in the country?
There are no demands to be discussed because there is no yet project approved, right? So first we need to have the project, then to see the project, then to discuss the project. But we can't discuss something that does not exist, but that is being presented in the overall social media through a hybrid war against Albania, through false narratives like the project is not the project, but is something cooked between me and Bibi Netanyahu through Jared Kushner to bring the Palestinians in Zvernets. And I think the Western media should be much more careful because facts matter and should always matter. Because there is no project, because there is no reason to worry as far as there is no project, and because the top architects, among the best in the world, the top engineers, landscape architects are engaged, and it's not the aim to do some disruption with nature, but the aim is to make something unique that will be amazing for Albanians, but it will be also a gift of Albania to all of you in Europe.
Good morning. So it's good to be here for the Western Balkan Summit. It is, in the last 6 months, the second time that we are meeting our Western Balkan partners, and a lot is going on. We're going to discuss two topics. One is the growth plan, and the other enlargement. The growth plan is working well. It has the principle that the European Union opens sectors.
Before you sit around the table with us, but he said we are all around the table, and then, of course, years needed to. So we should be around the table always, like today, not once in a year. Everyone with its own baggage of homework, and then everyone merit-based become full member. But full member in terms of what you can take for Europe, but right away full member in terms of what you give to Europe. Otherwise, it's like telling the kids, until you grow up, you stay with the neighbors. And then a kid get to know Russian gangster, another kid get fascinated by Chinese dolls, and then when they grow, they are not ready anymore.
But on our side, the member states have also to explain to our people the benefits of enlargement. And that is the strategic component. Enlargement means more security, more prosperity, and a bigger place of Europe in the world. So there is momentum. We have to change this momentum now into movement, and this movement into membership.
Is it possible that Ukraine will an observer country like Chancellor Merz?
So we have our process of enlargement, and this is the process we are all following.
Rama is waiting for a cool moment. Are you ready to step up and also give the candidate countries access to the table that we're sitting at the moment?
This is a very interesting proposal. I think we will discuss it here, and we will see how the reactions are. I must say Albania is doing very well, working very hard on reforms, progressing fast. That is good. They earn the merits.
Is the proposal too late for Albania and Montenegro?
Montenegro is impressive and amazing, the way they are engaged, that they are reforming, they are doing all the steps that are necessary to move forward. My recommendation is stay focused, stay on track, because you are very close to the finish line, and we are supporting as much as possible.
President, when is the Commission propose its proposal for reforms, internal reforms of the EU? It was supposed to come in autumn. We're still waiting for it more than half a year later.
We're working on that, and it will come together with a report that is for wider topics, but it will be presented. All right.
Is the proposal for gradual integration too late for Montenegro and Albania?
So Montenegro and Albania are doing both very well, and they're moving closer to the finish line. So as I said, it's a merits-based process, and if they deliver the merits, they deserve to move forward and finally be a member of the European Union. Thank you.
Thank you.
Samo jedno pitanje, predsjedniče. Predsjednik Macron je upravo izjavio da je Srbija ključna zemlja, zato što je super izjava. Da je Srbija ključna zemlja na Balkanu, da ste uradili ogroman posao za Srbiju na putu ka Evropskoj uniji. Razbijena je definitivno laž o Vučiću kao izolovanom.
Što ste se toliko s vami recite, što ste vi toliko boje nas budeli?
Pa zato što me je vrlo obradovalo sve ovo što sam čula.
Imali smo dobre razgovore, bili su predsjednik Macron, kancelar Merz, gospođa von der Leyen, gospodin Košta. Imali smo veoma produktivan, dobro, rekao bih i odličan razgovor. Ja nikada nisam tako euforičan. Dobar razgovor smo imali i verujem da ćemo vidjeti napredak Srbije na evropskom putu u narednom periodu i mi moramo mnogo toga da radimo. Ono o čemu je verovatno govorio predsjednik Macron, to je ono što svi primećuju, da je Srbija postala u svakom smislu i proporcionalno svojoj veličini najsnažnija ekonomija Zapadnog Balkana po prvi put u svojoj. I ono sam srećan zbog toga. Dakle, mi smo ovde došli da obavimo važan posao, da razgovaramo sa Evropljanima. Sinoć sam imao mnogo bitnih bilateralnih razgovora, dakle, od Rumena, Radeva, rekao bih, posljednjeg pobednika bugarskih izbora, do češkog premijera Babiša, jutros sa Robertom Ficom dugi i ozbiljan razgovor. Tek me čekaju razgovori zvanični sa poljskim premijerom, irskim premijerom, holandskim premijerom, austrijskim kancelarom. Naravno, ovi zvanični sastanci, dugo sam razgovarao sa Ramom sinoć, sa svim ljudima iz okruženja, dakle, čak i gospodinom Plenkovićem, i gledam da imamo mnogo toga što treba da učinimo u narednom periodu. Za mene uvek najvažnije kako ćemo sa investicijama i da se borim za interese građana Srbije, da ljudi u Srbiji mogu da vide da radimo u njihovom interesu i da mogu da žive bolje.
Ali vrlo ste skromni. Predsjednik Macron je stvarno vas nahvalio, rekao je da smo ključni upravo malo pre, da.
Predsjednik Macron je bolji političar od mene, on je predstavnik jedne velike zemlje i to mnogo bolje radi od mene.
Da li će sada i njega napadati zbog ove izjave koju je dao našim medijima?
Alexander, how are you? Are you going to enter as soon as possible?
Da li će on dobiti neke uvrede, napade zbog toga što je izjavio upravo o vama?
Vojna, ima nešto što ne možete da vređate. Ne može niko da uvredi i ne može niko da sluša činjenice. Kad govorite o činjenicama, mi smo izradili preko 630 km autoputeva, više nego za prethodnih 70 godina. Mi smo izradili više brzih pruga nego ikada ranije. Dakle, naša zemlja napreduje brže, naučno-tehnološki parkovi, mnoge druge stvari. Tako da, kako bih vam rekao, to su stvari koje ne možete slušati. I ovde, što su pravili kampanju oko momaka, zato ima zanimljiva jedna stvar. Ti momci im nisu smetali kada su dolazili ovde da im pomažu u gašenju požara. Tad su bili divni momci. Baš ti momci koji su vratili